Hare Krishna. It is really cold. We had a really nice post-fair kirtan that for 2.5 hours in the temple room. It was really nice. It was packed out because there's so many devotees here from other parts of the country as well. And today they're helping clean up and pack things away. Uh, it is. It's very chilly outside, extremely cool. And we also read out the results of our open weekend fair. Seemed we had about 6,300 visitors, which is a record for the last 5 years at least. Probably we only topped that twice. Once is somewhere along the second week, the second time or third time that we held the festival, and the others on the 10th anniversary. Otherwise, it's a real wonderful achievement and really, really hard work by the devotees. Interestingly enough, 300 people already paid in advance, which is sort of a new thing. In other words, they paid their entry fee in advance. And we did real well at the book stall. In fact, we did about the same as we would have had the Sankirtan parties gone out on Sankirtan. There was no loss in the book distribution. It's wonderful. And the average, on average, for people who came, they spent about an average of somewhere between $10 and €10. That's pretty good, including the entrance fee, which was about half that. So overall, it was very successful. Could say that it would have been more successful had yesterday's weather been more favorable, but anyway, it wasn't. So could say a lot of things, and it just gives us another target to shoot for next year. 8,000 guests would have been a record. So, and we could have gotten it if Sunday's weather was as good as Saturday, or as little bad as Saturday, because Saturday's weather wasn't ideal either. It also rained on Saturday, but at least it wasn't as cold with blowing wind. And actually, I mentioned to devotees that if yesterday's weather, when we had like 25-mile-per-hour winds here, rain, cloudy, 15 degrees cold. I mean, it was like a cold autumn day, bleak autumn day. Had we held that festival perhaps in another part of the world, maybe in the States and so on, I doubt that we would have gotten 2,000 paying visitors. Hungarians are pretty hardy bunch, and they'll go on outings in cold weather over long distances, and they showed that yesterday, that they were willing to come here despite whatever potential hardships were awaiting for them, and they knew what it was like when they got in their car, and it was sometimes torrential rain. So it worked out very nice. It's a nice program. And then we also thanked a group of devotees from Russia, Harinam party, who was led by Nimidas, Brahmachari, and they've been here since the beginning of June, so they spent 2 months in Hungary. You know, every year we have our Padayatra, where devotees uh, walk around the country. Usually I participate in that a week or so. This year I didn't. And this year we didn't organize our own program for here, but rather these devotees came themselves. And we just covered their expenses. And along with some Hungarian devotees, they were out there doing Harinam every single day, practically speaking, over that period of time. It's a great example of inter-yatra cooperation. So they're leaving tomorrow. Since Rath Yatra, they were just doing Harinam up and down the Balaton area, which is the big lake just near New Rajadam. And that's certainly part of the reason why we had as many guests as we did, because they drew a lot of attention and distributed a lot of flyers for the festival. So now it's back to work. We're a farm, festival, no festival. Cows need to be taken care of. The gardens need to be weeded. Everything else that has to be done needs to be done. There's no respite in that regard. And then of course it's also festival season coming up. Balaram's Lord Balaram's appearance day, and Janmashtami and Radhastami, Vyas Puja. What to speak of that it's high season for tourism. We're expecting a lot of guests. I was informed that we're going to have 13 Prabhupada disciples and something like 7 sannyasis here for Radhastami. Hare Krishna. It's wonderful to be able to host devotees. Today, Keshavardi Maharaj is arriving, along with Chuta Prabhu, who I mentioned before is our other editor, and he's just newly married. And they're coming. They're arriving in New Rajadam, and I really need to get back into the thick of writing, which is really difficult with everything else that's going on. So that's the situation, and it was nice to be able to chant Hare Krishna again before Radhe Sham. They are, as usual, very merciful, and in the association of Vaishnavas, there's nothing like chanting their holy names. I hope that you can join with us tomorrow when that kirtan goes up. And in the meantime, I'm going to sign off, and we'll continue with our questions and answers tomorrow. And wishing everyone a Hare Krishna and a good week, upcoming week. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.